Hello! Well, I'm not really live yet. Hello, everyone! It is Thursday! How's everybody doing tonight? Tell me about your Thursday! It is Thursday, people. Welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight? Hey, Kelly. I realized before I got on tonight that you sent me an email that I haven't responded to yet, but I haven't responded to anybody's email today, so don't feel hurt on that. Hey, Dennis, how are you? Kitty's with us. Good to have you all here tonight. What are you guys grateful for this Thursday night? We're on the downside of this week. The downside. Where are you in your week? How are you feeling? What are you grateful for this week? Hopefully you had a good auction last night, Dennis. Jana was cheering you on. Good to have you all here. I'm excited for Thursday night. Excited to have you joining us on our Thursday as we roll out of this week. Ooh, my back just cracked. I twisted a certain way and my back cracked. I don't know what that's a sign of, but hey, I guess I still have things that move. Went to the eye doctor today, said my eyes are good. Got that done, so keeping myself healthy. But tell me about your day. What are you grateful for this Thursday evening? Thursday night. Yeah, Kitty, that's great news. I was going to talk about that a little bit tonight. I am very impressed with your bank. I have been all the way through this. Your bank was a leader in a lot of fronts. It was a leader in reminding people that these are loans until proven otherwise. That it is a loan until proven otherwise. I loved that your bank sent out payment books. I loved that. I was very, very impressed with that. So, there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good going on, people. There's a lot of good things. So, I'm excited about that. Small banks are the best. Small banks that grow with you. They really are the best. I've been very blessed by our relationships with our banks. As I'm here in the, well, I don't have the Enterprise Bank sign up tonight, but I in the Enterprise Bank studio. The calendar's back in my office. You know, this is where the rubber meets the road, you know? I even had a discussion with my bank in one of our accounts, and one of our main accounts, we haven't gotten charged a fee for anything in forever. And my branch manager was like a little afraid to tell me, well, you know, it's because your transaction count is so high. I'm like, we're doing so much business that our transaction account is so high that you have to charge this nominal fee? That's fabulous! She's like, I need more people that have a glasses half full type of attitude. Hey, Wanda, how are you tonight? Welcome to the program. What is everybody else grateful for tonight? Yvonne, how are you? How are things going? How is freshman fall semester for your daughter? I've been thinking about her. And I hope she is doing well remotely. I know not the way school was planned, but hopefully they'll get a way to do it in person before we know it. But, I certainly feel for the college kids. So, it's hard. It's hard. But today's kids are adaptable. I couldn't do school at home. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Yay, Kelly! Congratulations getting all your holiday inventory out on the floor. Woo woo! Let the holidays begin. Let it ring. Let it ring and rain the glitter. Rain the glitter. Karen, how are you? You are my emotional support Canadian. Welcome. Although you're the person they talk about in the news, you're a Canadian that votes in American elections. I'm just saying that you're the people they talk about, Karen. I love you though. Russell Levy is watching with us tonight, and here I am supporting one of our other great affiliates, Traxxas, tonight, wearing their shirt. I'm gonna have hell to pay with Russ later for that. That's great, Yvonne. That's awesome. So she's just like a regular college student. She wouldn't shower enough if she were at college either. You just wouldn't be able to smell her from Florida to Northampton, Massachusetts. Yeah, I like, Karen, how you get to play Canadian when you want, and you get to play American when you want. When there's politics that you don't like and you want to vote against it, you get to vote in America. When you want to be a Trudeau and carry his flag, you get to do that. You're doing something right. I'm proud of you. I love it. I love it, people. I do. I love all this good stuff. This is what we got. We got a lot of good stuff. Oh, let's get this program started here tonight, folks. Let's get it started. See where we're going tonight. We got some, I got a little bit of heavy stuff I got to talk about tonight. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program. Tonight we are on page, this is a busy page. Tonight we are on page 148 if you're following along in the book. Good morning. Sometimes there are garbage trucks blocking every road. They're doing their job, and so are you. Peace to the garbage trucks and the folks just doing their jobs. Peace to a world that sometimes put us at cross purposes. And peace to you on your way for as long as it takes. Boom! There's your good morning. It's your dual personality. I love it, Karen. I love it. I love it. Well, I am grateful for all of you and love what all you guys are accomplishing out there. There are so many good things. So many good things going on. It's been exciting to hear. I'm going to cover a couple of high-level things here, and then we'll go from there. Boom. Give me 2 seconds to get organized. Alrighty here. Got so many good things going on. Small Business Saturday is what, 3 weeks away? Huh? Yes, my peanut gallery said, yikes. Yes, but it is. It's only 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away till Small Business Saturday. So be thinking about that, okay? Now is the time to be planning, to have plans. Okay, remember, I challenged you yesterday, the last couple days, to Andy your community, following the Canadians' lead. And if you have not seen, do not know what I am talking about when I say Andy your community, watch last night. Actually, watch the night before. So watch Tuesday night, especially the last 10-15 minutes, and watch last night's, where we talk about Andying your community. Those two episodes in their combination should give you some good Small Business Saturday inspiration on how to jumpstart your weekend and jumpstart your holiday. Because hashtag your neighborhood barber. And if you do not know what I am talking about, I am not going to make tonight's show all about Andy and about Andying your community. But it is important to note that Small Business Saturday is only just a few short weeks, 3 of them, 3 short weeks away. And how are you going to kick that off? What are you going to do to make your small business shine in all this? Oh, sorry, I'm tired here tonight. I think it's the dilating my eyes from the eye doctor. I don't know. So that's an important thing to be thinking about. But the Andying your community is a great jumpstart to that if you're out of ideas elsewhere on it. As I mentioned, Kitty started to mention as part of her gratefulness, but it really is something to be grateful for. Kitty did get her PPP actually forgiven by the SBA. So that is the first PPP under $2 million that I am aware of that is in my circle that has been officially forgiven. So I'm super excited for Kitty. Now, it is still my recommendation to wait, in general, to wait on applying for forgiveness, because I still am optimistic that Congress is going to do the right thing and make forgiveness even simpler. It hasn't happened yet, but I am optimistic that they will do that. And so, it is worth waiting on the paperwork at this point, and they can't charge you a payment until 10 months after the end of your covered period. So that is something to keep in mind. So, but I do understand wanting to get it off your books, and how great it feels for Kitty to be able to say, "Woohoo! Doing the happy dance, that her PPP loan is forgiven." Keeping in mind the other thing that we are looking for Congress to do with the PPP, the other thing Congress needs to do with the PPP is change the way it is taxed. Currently, under the way the law is currently being handled, the income from the PPP is not taxable, but the money you spend it on, the way you spend those funds, you cannot deduct those expenses, which will then inflate your other income. So, again, we have to wait on Congress to fix that. Not going to happen right now while the election is still in flux, but it is still hopeful. Mitch McConnell did say today that we need to get a stimulus bill that would include this provision about the taxes done by the end of the year. Again, I don't hold anybody in Congress to getting anything done. Angela, great to have you with us. That is correct. So again, with the PPP, so keep in mind, when your loan is forgiven, should your PPP be forgiven, it will all be forgiven less any idle advance. So that idle advance that many of you got, which ranged anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000, has to be paid back when your PPP loan is forgiven. That advance if you got a PPP, is not a grant, okay, and must be given back to the government. And I've talked about that at endless lengths with lots of you. So I know you're aware of that, but that's a good reminder, Kitty, on that. So thank you for bringing that up. My other main topic for tonight, which is a little yucky, but it's real, is we got to talk about COVID again for a minute, because I've been talking to a lot of you about it today. We actually had our first confirmed case today, okay, which was very haphazard in the way it was handled. They originally got a negative result, and then, which was great, and has been the most common thing of my staff. I think this week we've had 3 or 4 people tested just in the last 7 days for one reason or another. And so this person originally got a negative result, and then a few hours later got called from the state because they had a positive result. And so obviously some confusion there. Thankful that they have no symptoms, and they're all feeling, the whole family's feeling well, because they all are positive. And thankful that this particular employee only had very, very limited contact. She's one of our night employees and has really not been working with people, because we've kept her on doing some projects and things at night, even though we are not open late, as late as we were currently. So, and I've had other calls this week from stores that have had positive results, and that's going to happen, okay? That is going to happen to you. You're going to have positive results. It's not a matter, it's kind of like, since I'm wearing a software shirt, and keep in mind, folks, if you're watching the show tonight, that's just a shirt I'm wearing tonight. I am not endorsing any software provider or any of the great NARTS affiliates in and of itself. I'm proud of all our NARTS affiliates, and tonight I happen to be wearing a very comfortable shirt from Traxia, and I am honored to have them as friends, and honored to wear their shirt, as I am all the NARTS affiliates that I wear shirts for, that have sent me shirts during this. Truly appreciative of that. Maybe they don't think I changed my clothes enough. I don't know. But I am very appreciative of that. And, but, what do you do when you get a positive result has been the big question. I have stores today that have been concerned that they need to close for 10 days. Or 10 days to 2 weeks, depending on their area. And that is not the case, okay? When did Walmart close? Kroger, whatever your grocery store is, your Taco Bell, your other place, you do not have to close because of a COVID result. And quite honestly, you shouldn't, because this is the first of what will be many. Many of your employees get sick over the winter. Many people get the flu or have a cold, okay? And automatically, regardless of what they have, I have somebody that I knew had a cold, okay, that, whenever you have anything, they test you for COVID. And I get that, and that's actually probably a good thing. But then, when you have a negative result, you're cleared to come back to work as long as you don't have symptoms. Is the guidance that we've been given by the CDC. In absence of it, if you've had COVID symptoms, you have to quarantine in absence of a negative test. But if you have a negative test, you can go back to work. But your store does not have to shut, okay? Yes, you may need to get some people may need to get tested if they've been in close proximity, especially without a mask. But the biggest thing is symptoms. The biggest thing people are looking for is symptoms and monitoring for symptoms. Do you have a fever? Are you following the checklist from the National Retail Federation that we got? Are people being reminded to do that, to self-check every day? You don't want to collect these things, but are they being reminded to self-check? It's a great checklist and it's a good reminder. Temperature is still one of the biggest factors. It's the biggest thing all the healthcare institutions look for is temperature. Okay, and I've been in and around a hospital a lot over the last few months, and temperature is numero uno. I mean, I was really super impressed, and I got to really post the pictures of it. These heat security cameras that were looking for people that, at this one hospital complex where they were looking for people that were running above normal temperatures. And they were using security cameras that were heat tracing and heat sensing to be able to check people. So impressive stuff, but that just shows you what they believe is important. So it's not a shutdown of your business. It's a clean and keep clean. Okay, it's isolate the particular issue. It's keep on moving your business forward. So those are the issues. When you do have a confirmed case. So when you do have a person that has it, or has to quarantine because somebody in their family has it, or they lost childcare was one of the examples I was using because their childcare provider closed because someone in there got COVID. There is important tax credits, that you can collect. You can get back up to 2/3 of their pay. You can collect from the government off your federal payroll taxes, their pay up to $200 a day for 80 hours or 2 weeks. And that benefit works through the end of the year. Again, we're going to run into this. It's just a matter of when. We're all going to have to deal with it, No matter how protected, no matter how clean your store is, no matter what you do, we're all going to have to deal with it. So understand it'll be who you don't expect. It'll happen at a time where you don't expect. I mean, that's where I'm feeling good about the staff. The hiring we've been doing lately, where we're technically a little overstaffed for what we truly need, but it gives us a little bit of a buffer as when people drop off, when people can't be with us. So, from that perspective, it is a good thing, this little bit of extra staff, so we're not stretched completely, to the bone. But it can be anybody. I mean, I could come down with it tomorrow, you could come down with it tomorrow, it could be anybody. And you have to be prepared for that because it's going to happen. It's going to happen to more of us than I'd like to think. And, but you have to be prepared to carry on. Most people that have had it, and there have been several store owners and such that have had extremely mild symptoms. Maybe they lose their sense of smell or taste, or they have a high temperature for a couple of days, a higher temperature, but in general feel fine. So, we have been blessed that most people are feeling pretty good through this. But it is important to be ready for it, and the answer isn't close your store for 2 weeks. Because are you going to close your store every time somebody gets it? No. No, you shouldn't. None of the big guys have, and you shouldn't either. You just need to be mentally prepared of what you're going to do. And so that is why I wanted to talk about that tonight. Because it's important, because it's real, and it's happening to your fellow store owners, even if it hasn't happened to you yet. You need to think about what you do if you got it, if your spouse got it, if your partner got it, if your mother got it, if your kid got it. What are you going to do? If your best clerk, your best pricer, your best internet photographer, what are you going to do? Okay, for that 10 days or so that they have to be out. So keep that in the back of your mind because it will happen to you at some point. Hey, Marianne, great to have you with us tonight. Great to have you with us because it will happen. Okay, it's just a matter of when. It's a matter of when for all of us. Okay, I mean, I was ecstatic over the fact that my person didn't have COVID this morning, and then 3 hours later I find out they do. And I'm still honestly not convinced versus did they get put on the wrong list or whatever, because to get the notification that they didn't and then their whole family did, kind of backwards. But, there's a lot going on for people right now. There's a lot going on, so it's okay. Yes, it did happen to you, but I'm not naming names, Marianne. I don't get on the show to name names, but if you name yourself, so be it. Yes, it can happen to us, yes. But it can happen to anybody. If it can happen to Marianne, it can happen to anybody. I mean, after all, she is literally a best friend. Okay, they named the store after her. Yeah, no names, just memes. I'm not good with that either, but hey, that's what's important here, folks. That's how we get there. That's how we get to the other side of this. Just know that you're not alone, that other stores are going through this too. Stores big and small are going through this. Okay, and you can and will get through this too. So, yes, you try, and you're great, Marianne. But, this program is like Law and Order. It's ripped right from the headlines. It's ripped right from the headlines. There's no secret to how I write this show each day. Okay, or write what I'm going to talk about. Okay, even though sometimes I don't fully know. Cassandra and my peanut gallery are like, what are you going to talk about tonight? And I'm like, this is what I'm going to talk about tonight. Like I have a full plan, people. Like I have a full plan. But this video and everything I talk about here goes over to narts.org/resalestrong, narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. The video, the files, anything I refer to goes over there by noon the next day. Okay, and there's a link right there on that page to the YouTube channel. You're not alone! You're not alone! Running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe to those videos, and make sure you click that bell to be notified when another one drops. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish in the Narts private Facebook group every night. I am here. If you have a question between you, just email me. Email me at Neil, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com, and you can become the topic of the day where no names are mentioned. I talk you off the ledge. I'm happy to pull you back off the ledge. But sometimes I need to just stand on the ledge with you, Marianne, and everyone else, and just hold your hand. And I'm there for that too. That's what I do, people. That's how I spend my day. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book. And tonight, if you were not here on the top of the program, we are on page 148. Good morning. Sometimes there are garbage trucks blocking every road. They're doing their job, and so are you. Peace to the garbage trucks and the folks just doing their jobs. Peace to a world that sometimes puts us at cross purposes, and peace to you on your way for as long as it takes. Our good night tonight is, good night. Sometimes there's traffic in every lane. A galaxy of folks moving in the same direction. Peace to the kids asleep in the back seats. Peace to the miracles of merging lanes, wherein we inch forward and learn to let each other in. And peace and patience to you on your way home. Yes, peace and patience to you. Thanks, Marianne. I'm glad you're willing to call me to make sure I have something to talk about each night. I appreciate each and every one of you filling in my topic list. But don't forget the tax credits that I covered tonight. I'll post some more detail on that. But the detail that I have gets kind of weedy. So if you have any questions about the tax credits that you're eligible for, they are legitimate credits. You get to deduct them right off your payroll taxes. Okay, and if they exceed that payroll tax, you get to ask for an expedited refund. It's your money, folks, and it's about keeping people healthy and keeping you healthy and keeping your business healthy and your bottom line healthy. And for that, we are all there. I'll be back here tomorrow night at more 8 than-ish. More 8 than-ish. But until then, know that you and you, but most especially you, yes, you're not alone. Yes, I see you. You're not alone running this store. I'll be back again tomorrow at more 8 than-ish. It's time for dessert, everybody. Have a great night.